I've used the 80-20 principle where I'm using 80% of my runs as slow zone 2 runs and then 20% are fast-paced runs or hill sprints. So you really want to make sure most of your runs are easygoing runs, slightly faster than the walking, where you're keeping your heart rate fairly low, about 140 beats per minute or less, which is very hard to do. It doesn't take very much effort to bump your heart rate up to way past 140. Now, one thing I thought that was quite silly is when I watched some videos of people trying to do zone 2 training, they're so obsessed with this zone 2 number that when someone's heart rate goes above 140, they would stop running and walk instead until their heart rate would come back down into zone 2. I just thought that's silly. Just run slowly and make sure you can talk. And if your heart rate's above 140, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Like, it'll adapt eventually. You're not getting better adaptation by slowing down and walking instead of just jogging slowly. Like,
that seems like a case of way overanalyzing something, and you're solving for a problem that's not actually the problem. The goal is to run a marathon. The goal is not to stay in zone 2 for 7 hours in a row. You're just lessening one aspect of the training to improve one other aspect that is just less productive.
Yeah, just unrelated to the final target that you're aiming for.
Did you use any heart rate monitors? I've heard actually the talk test is actually a better indicator than whatever your heart rate says, because it's individual to you rather than an arbitrary estimation of your heart rate number based on your heart rate max.
I did use a heart rate monitor a little bit in the beginning, but once you get a sense of it and you do see that there's an adaptation where the heart rate goes down, that it's kind of useless. The talk test is much better. I would run and make sure that I'm not huffing and puffing, and that was good enough.